Hey guys, Donny here with the Helmet crew on 2/20/2020, Solutions in a Global Crisis. I got cut off last time talking about Jane Goodall's feeling of deep shame, so I'll get back into that. She says we are destroying the earth. Families that are starving will cut down their own habitat sometimes to stay alive, to be able to have money and have food also in these environments. So human population and survival is infringing on this environment. Young people have lost hope, Jane says. Some were angry, which can lead to violence. She feels a deep shame for this, and you can probably imagine, her working with the chimpanzees that are 98.6 of our DNA and making the comparison between these kids and their actions and adults and their actions. It's amazing. Jane Goodall's like my new guru right now. So the Roots and Shoots program that she supported and mentors the children is the one I told you about in a previous video that you can send money to. It's called Roots and Shoots, and it allows these children to either show support for human community, help animals, including domesticated, and something for the local environment. And it gives them the choice, and they're able to, decide which one they would like to help with. And it's very reinforcing in terms of a community and a connection with the environment. So, the chimps and gorillas don't see money as a status symbol. They stay healthy and only stress when protecting the tribe. We think we have a homeless problem. These animals and mammals don't get food stamps, and countries in pursuit of power are stripping their environment from them. So we need to really have a radical sense of mind, and as Guy Kawasaki talks about it, we need to have, a growth mindset. We need to embrace a growth mindset. He does an interview with Jane Goodall that is riveting on TED, I believe, and it's riveting. Embrace a growth mindset, Guy talks about. The willingness to work hard, grit counts, go through life smiling, and be a pleasant person. This is from Guy Kawasaki's book, Wise Man. Do the world a favor. How can I help this person? That should be your default, he says. The default is yes. The rising tide floats all boats. To pay it forward. So when you're doing all these things, you that have the money that don't know what to invest your money in and have either a paranoia or a fear, investing in this habitation and the creatures that rely on this habitation is going to reward you later in life because you're catering to the world is I think what his point is. You're being altruistic. Simply do the things for the benefit of others and the earth. The unlived life is not worth examination, and the examined life is not worth living. Examine everything. Never lie, seldom shade the truth. As soon as people start lying, you have to keep track of your consistency. There's only one truth. So when you're honest, you don't have to keep covering up your tracks. So the next person I studied, France de Waal. We can learn everything about our 98.6% genetic ancestors. France talks about Amos, the alpha male who got sick. The chimps can spot weakness from a mile away. Body language. But one of the chimps that got sick, they studied that that the other ones came over and made a bed out of hay for him and everything, and because he had treated the rest of the tribe as an alpha leader, with respect and dignity, and wasn't abusive. So when he got sick, they came and pampered this alpha male. It's fascinating, and it Amos lost his alpha male position because of the rest of the chimps' recognition of his illness, but they still went and took care of him, like I said, and it's a very inspiring story that is completely novel. Not sure why they quarantined him, why they, but left the cage open to study how the others interacted with the sick chimpanzee, but, whatever they were studying, they had to do it that way. So, mostly touching. They brought wood wool, and put it behind his back and intimately took care of him. So, it's just fascinating, guys, and we have so much ability to donate to these issues, and to come together as a people to preserve the animals' environment, but also the ecosystem. Look at it that way. When we start decimating creatures, we are jeopardizing the future that some of y'all, are out raising children in, and they're going to see it in the next generation, worse than we're seeing it right now. So it's really an ignition fascination, an awakening that I want you guys to think about. Awakening the mind to the point where we're not afraid of change anymore. And if people look at us like, wow, he's not the same person, we don't default to going back to that old person, So I really have a lot of confidence in all of you, and I want you to help me with this. And we can't put a price on it right now as far as money, because this has to be done by minimalistic people that have the earth at the most imperative priority. Thank you, guys, and loving you.